Hello, welcome with Time with Bishop Nanaibua. This series, what we're doing these days is we have it in the local language and also, due to popular requests, we'd also have some programs in English. So usually with the English one, you see the English title underneath us in English. Okay, so now we're going to have a new series. This particular time, we're going to talk about negativity, evil eyes, and how you get spiritual attacks. Today, I'm going to focus more on evil eye, and also focus on, sometimes it's like, why is it that we go to church? Why is it that we do everything that we have to do properly, yet people can attack us spiritually? And how come? And if that happens, what can we do about it? So that's what I'm going to try and discuss or explain it to you today. Now, for example, when we're talking about negativity, that's evil eye. It is not witchcraft. It is not. It is. Some of the evil eyes are natural. So it's like somebody has a magnetism. A magnetism means something within them that can trigger something to happen. So somebody can have a magnetism within them. That is so that you have people who have telepathic, or some people who have a psychokinesis within them, that they can look at an object and it moves. There are people like that. And there are people who have, can communicate whilst not even talking to you. There are all sorts of people. But what is common is people with magnetism. Now, the problem with magnetism is that some have it, but they use it for evil. So it becomes negative magnetism. Some of the magnetism is not meant for good or bad. It is like electricity is in you. So how you use it brings the result. So some people have it, and within them, because of hatred and wickedness, they activate it and they worry and hurt people. Sometimes they don't even know it's working. And, they can just, within them, feel negativity for somebody. This person is doing well, the business is going on. So wish within them and activate it with emotional something from them, and that will create a magnetism to make that thing happen. Yes, it does happen like that. Or sometimes you could be a friend. You can have your friend, and as they see you doing something better, instead of them appreciating it, they feel that how come it's not them, and they wish evil for you. So people who have this magnetism wishes and it happens. Okay, so they can wish evil and it happens without them even doing anything at all, because of what is within them. Okay, whether it's a portion of their mind that is doing it or whatever, I don't know, but something in them can make things happen physically. So I'm going to show you how to block these things. That is first of all. And then secondly, some people know that they have it, and that becomes, these people trigger it, and sometimes can manipulate other people's well-being or lives one way or the other. The problem is that how can you be being challenged by something you don't even realize exists, or you don't even know is happening? It's a very serious challenge, and most of these things happen to us in our workplaces. It happens to us even at schools, even within school children. Sometimes it happens. You see, so these are things that we must really take it seriously and look into, and how best we can defend ourselves or block these things from ever having an effect on us. Okay, so today we're going to talk about that. One way of trying to block, or one way that we can block these things from us. Secondly, some people can also have this magnetism and actually use it for good. That's what I'm saying, that it's like electricity. So what you use is what it generates. So when you have that magnetism in you and you feel positive for somebody, and you request good wishes for somebody, and coming from inwardly, it happens. It helps those people to achieve better. But the funny thing is that when it goes to the negative side, it works more than the positive side. The reason why is that the world is surrounded with a lot of evil. So when the command is issued, you get a lot of negative things carrying it rather than the positive one. However, the positive one also does work. Now, how are you going to be able to recognize or fight this particular situation? Now, one of the first things that you may want to know if you are being under attack, I'm going to show you one way that you have to know. You got a mirror. Yeah, just the looking looking mirror, and then you put something called red storax. It's an incense. So you put a red storax on top of the mirror. That is where you look, where you're looking yourself through. You just clean it very, very finely, very well. And then after that, that is after you've done the storax, you get a tree. I don't know the it's a tree with spikes all around it. It's usually you get sometimes you get cotton out of that tree. It's very huge, and in Ghana here they call it onyina. I don't know much about, but it's got spikes all around it. Okay, you might even get a picture. Well, that's a picture that we just showed you. So when you take some of those spikes, take about three. You grate it, make it dry, grate it, and mash it up, or bring it to a powder, and then also put it on top of the mirror. When you do that, when you go into bed, just put the mirror under your pillow and sleep. If you're under attack from anyhow, you really, within your dream, you see yourself being attacked. You see things that are not very comfortable. That means that you're being under attack, okay, or you are under attack. Maybe you repeat this for within 7 days. If you're under attack, you see it. If not, nothing will happen. That means that what you're going through is not something you should worry about. Maybe sometimes the attack might not be you. It might be somewhere or somebody that has ricocheted onto you. When it's a ricochet attack, that one you will not see it. You only see it when it's a direct attack. Sometimes when you're lucky, you might see there's an animal or something is going to hit somebody, and then suddenly turns on you when you're doing this process. That means that it's an attack that has ricocheted from somebody onto you. Ricochet means that it's meant for somebody, but it's come onto you. Well, how can you fight these? The problem is that there are so many attacks that are coming from different angles and whatever. So they might all need different type of blocks. However, I'm going to tell you one that is quite popular that I feel that can clear most of these attacks. Okay. You also get you get a looking glass, this mirror, okay, a small mirror, and then you get red rose water, okay, and then you get salt. It's called either black salt or Himalayan salt, either of the two, black salt or Himalayan salt. Okay, you put a little bit of this salt, mix it with the rose water, and then you get it the herb. There's a herb called lavender herb. You put the lavender herb into the rose water that has been mixed with the black salt or the Himalayan salt. Let it remain for 3 full moons. That is when the full moon is complete, for 3 nights of the full moon. After that, use that water and cleanse clean the mirror. Okay, use some of that water to, if possible, wash your face, and then you look in the mirror and you request that anything that is coming onto you or that has come onto you, it should ricochet from you and rather hit this mirror and go back to where it's coming from. Now you say that, and then after that you turn the mirror upside down and you break it. When you break it, find somewhere, throw it somewhere so that it doesn't cut anybody. So take the pieces together, you can bury it or throw it in the bin or whatever so that it does not cut anybody. Then after that, you're set to go. I can assure you that most of the attacks, if it is already there, provided it has not started making any physical harm to you. But some of these attacks can bring physical harm, like kidney, like obviously, like physical health. If it has not brought that to you yet, then obviously all that thing will be reversed. Most of the attacks will be reversed. Now, well, the next one is that how come that people who really have faith do get attacks? Well, the first of all is that some people might have faith but might also be hypocrites. Being a hypocrite is not the right thing to be doing when you are a faith person. And when I'm talking about faith, I'm talking about religious faith, Christian, Islam, any other religion. Whatever faith you have, you must not be a hypocrite, because some people claim they are doing the right thing in the eyes of other people, and behind doors they do the wrong thing that is even against their faith. When you do that, obviously you definitely be have an open door where attacks can come to you, or things can succeed upon you. Some people too are truly faithful and whatever they but based on difficulty and hardship, certain mistakes are done and it opens doors around them. The problem is that you can never have a perfect human being, but when you do the best and then still these attacks are coming through, because there's this gentleman that I met the other day. He's a very good man. He pays his tithe. He does everything. He does a lot of charity. But unfortunately, at his workplace, there was a position. And suddenly, the position was given to him. And one of his own colleagues, did things. And this man suddenly started having seizure. Whenever he enters the office, he would just get a seizure, and then he would fall down. And so they had to give him a leave for him to take off, because he wasn't like this. Apparently, what had happened is that the person has sprinkled things on his on the chair, or at his door, and also at the chair. So the moment he enters his office and he sits down, trouble comes. There's an attack on him. Now, how come that such a godly person or a nice person who does all the right things is being attacked this way? He does all the right things, almost all the right things, but how come a negative person can use evil to fight such a person? Well, it can happen because, as I was saying, the world is surrounded by a lot of evil and negativities. So if you're not careful, you can be doing the right thing, but unfortunately, life can be turned around for you based on somebody's wicked and selfishness. So in this case, what happened was that the direction that must be done, that's what I'm going to show you. So that sometimes people have their own businesses, and somebody might just come around and boom, destroy the business. Everything is going well. You get money and suddenly you don't even realize what happens to it. Or you're doing your best, but you're not getting to your target. Fine, sometimes it could be the environment, sometimes it could be people not having money as before, but sometimes everything is going well, but nothing is happening. You question yourself. There's a possibility there could be such attacks. This direction is very simple. Okay, you get acacia. There's a wood called acacia. You get a little bit of that wood, and then you get black storax and mastic. So you mix all this together, and then bay leaf. Okay, so when you mix it together, you burn it at the environment where maybe if it's an office or it's in a bedroom or wherever, you burn them at that area. Burn them continuously for about 3 to 7 days. Either 3 or 7 days. I can assure you. And as you burn, you pray that any negative force or negativity around that seems to be yours here, you pray that may it be cleared by the Lord's angels. And when you do this, I can assure you, with time you will see total difference, because anything that is there is going to flee, provided if it is evil against you, or if it has been sent to work negativity against you. This is just a small tip that I'm going to give you, but we're going to go on other issues and other directions within this series that we are starting. I want to end here today. May the good Lord bless you. Shalom. Thank you. Anyone who has any comments or any other spirituality questions or anything to do with spirituality, you can always ask questions, or bring your questions forth, and then we can look at it, bring you answers, or even make a program with it so that other people can also learn from maybe your questions. I want to thank you very much. May the good Lord bless you, and may you have a very wonderful day.